Hey guys, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I know you must be thinking, yes, Link did indeed tangle with Ganon, and Calamity Ganon, is no longer a thing, a threat to Hyrule anymore. The Kingdom of Hyrule has been saved, Princess Zelda has been freed, and they can finally start to rebuilding. I mean, well, obviously, in traditional Zelda fashion. If you go back to the castle, Ganon's still going to be there, but we're going to act like he's not. But yes, I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and do a short little bonus video to kind of like an epilogue, I guess, in a way, for the playthrough Breath of the Wild, and that is hitting up the Amiibo rewards that you can get, as I have not showed off the wondrous Breath of the Wild Amiibo stuff. There is quite a lot of Amiibo stuff to get. But first of all, before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and ahead of time, right here, right now, take some of my champion's weapons into the Link's house little placement areas over here, so we can go ahead and have some space, as we are going to be getting a handful of amiibo weapons and all sorts of stuff like that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will go ahead and go over all that just in a bit once Link is done placing things over here. Okay, Link's got a couple of empty slots left open for some amiibo stuff. Not 100% sure I'm going to be getting them on the first try. It's definitely possible I won't, but I have a backup plan in case things go that way. So now, let's go ahead and get started by activating the amiibo rune in the Sheikah Slate right over here. It would be after the Master Cycle 0 if you have that at the very end of the pile. Here we go. We can go ahead and open up the circle. And going ahead and using any amiibo you want, I'm going to go ahead and scan in the special Majora's Mask Young Link amiibo. I think that was from the anniversary collection of Zelda amiibos they had like a while back around like 2018 or something. Here we go. Go ahead and place it on your scanner thing on your controller, and there we go. You can go ahead and get a bunch of ingredients and a treasure chest, which will contain, hopefully, the thing you were trying to get. So let's go ahead, see what we get. Fire arrows. Yeah, that sounds about right, knowing my luck. So yeah, the key of the amiibo chest is some amiibos will give you costumes from past Zelda games. Some will give you cool legacy weapons as well. But obviously you gotta get lucky. They're like kind of like rare drops to get. If you get the normal ones, it's normal stuff like arrows and all sorts of stuff like that. So we got unlucky this time, but I have a few other amiibos on hand to try to get at least one item. Because I have like so many of the Zelda amiibos. So let's go ahead and give it another shot. Alright, I wasn't as lucky with the Majora's Mask amiibo. Let's go ahead and scan in the Ocarina of Time amiibo. Let's see if my luck gets any better with that. Here we go. Okay, pick up the raw meats. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Different amiibos give you different ingredients as well. Some give like fish and meat and all sorts of cool things like that. Let's see what we get. Ice arrows. And my luck continues to get worse. Nice. Certainly the hero of winds himself, the Wind Waker Link amiibo, won't let me down. Right? Like, certainly not. Let's see. What do we got? Oh god. Those fish are super dead. Well, not like they aren't already with them flopping all around. Alright, come on. Give me the goods. Well, I mean, that's not the boomerang I was hoping to get, but that's something. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to resort to my backup plan. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show off some amiibos that I know will guarantee you giving rewards. Will give you rewards on the first try. There's a couple of them that will. You get some pretty cool stuff with them, so I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate those next. The first special guaranteed thing we can get by using the Smash Bros. Link amiibo, and I think also the Twilight Princess Link from the anniversary. I think that also counts as well, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. I know for sure the Smash Bros. Link amiibo guarantees this. Let's go ahead and scan it in, and there we go! Look at that! It's Epona in the flesh. Link gets to have Epona in Breath of the Wild, and she's also one of the best horses in this game as well. Has 4 spurs, dashing spurs. If we can go ahead and demonstrate it. I guess we've got to go off the bridge. We are in a village, that's right. Horses don't like to run in towns. But I'll go ahead and show that off when we get out of town. And I believe Epona's stats are also like really good as well. So if you're, I don't know, doing any speed runs or anything struggling, having some trouble, maybe in Master Mode or whatever, if you have the Smash Bros. Link amiibo, Epona is pretty damn helpful when it comes to getting rid of enemies and surviving a lot longer than your average horse. Now, Link, we can just get out of town any second now, so I can go ahead and demonstrate our spurs. Hello there, people of Hateno Village. How you guys doing? Calamity Ganon is finally gone. You guys can finally rest easy now. Because I know that's probably had some people not be able to go to sleep at night. Alright, come on, Epona. We're out of town. There we go. Beautiful. 4 spurs. And one of the coolest things about getting Epona in Breath of the Wild, of course, is since she works like all the other wild horses to tame, you can, of course, register her into the horse stable, and you get some cool dialogue with it as well. So let's go ahead and see what the Dueling Peak stable guy has to say. Look at that. Beautiful stats. 4 stars on strength, speed, and stamina, and you get the max bond right away. With gentle temperament. Not a problem. We charge a registration fee. Yep, he's got a lot of rupees. There you go. Thanks. Okay, please enter a name for your horse. Wait a minute. Isn't this Epona? The horse of legend? What are you thinking? You can't rename a horse of legend. Pretty sure there's a law against that. So, Epona it is? And if you try to change it, there you go. You can't rename a legendary horse. Always thought that was pretty cool. Yes, indeed, her name will always be Epona, the legendary horse. Link's very own horse. And the cool little nods and stuff aren't done right there. There we go. Look at that. Epona is rocking an iconic take, Breath of the Wild take, on an iconic saddle and bridle of Epona with the Triforce mark and all of that, referencing past stuff she had in previous games. Now, the other amiibo that also guarantees getting something right away, like the Smash Bros. Link one with Epona, is the Wolf Link and Midna amiibo from Twilight Princess HD back when that came out on the Wii U, which gives you some pretty cool stuff. So let's go ahead, open up the scanner. If we can just, Link, if you could do it any second now, it's not like I'm waiting on you. Just go ahead and you can scan it in. Don't got all day. There we go. Only took me long enough. Look at that! Coming on in with the Twilight Midna portal. Wolf Link himself, and he's got his own hearts. And he's going to become an ally of Link, a past iteration of Link, talking to a current iteration of Link. Now, there's a lot of cool things with Wolf Link. As you can see right over there, he's chasing after that bird. He can hunt after animals. I believe he can also fight with you against enemies as well. And you're probably wondering, 3 hearts? It's not really a lot. Yeah, you're right. It is not. Now, the cool thing, and I guess, but it's also kind of a tricky thing in a way with the Wolf Link amiibo, is I'm pretty sure the Wolf Link amiibo connected with Twilight Princess HD data. So if you had an 100% save file on Twilight Princess HD with 20 hearts and all that stuff, Wolf Link and Breath of the Wild would actually spawn in with 20 hearts. But obviously, at least not on this amiibo, had that registered. I do have Twilight Princess HD. I got it when it came out back then, I think around like 2016. But this amiibo I did not have registered to my account and save file back in the day. So I unfortunately cannot show off the 20 hearts. But it is possible, and I'm sure there are many things out there that have demonstrated it. But the cool thing I do want to show, outside of the hunting, perfect timing, Giga. Let's go, Wolf Link. Let's go ahead and fight. He's going to leave the fighting to you. So this guy's probably going to get one-shotted. Actually, no, I think it's 2 shots to these guys. Look at him. Come on, Wolf Link. Do your stuff. You got this. Oh, the damn Yeet guys. Always teleporting. All right, there we go. Now's your chance. Get in there. Okay, maybe I got to help him out here. There we go. Jump in there. Oh, that was good. You almost got him. Come on. You got this. Oh, he's scared. He knows Wolf Link's going to kick his ass. Nice. There we go. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy, Wolf Link? You know what? You deserve a good treat. How about we give you the good stuff? Raw gourmet meat. You get the bona fide deluxe course meal. There you go. Just for you. Hope you enjoy, Wolf Link. Now that I've demonstrated getting Epona and Wolf Link with those amiibos, I'm here with my backup plan, which is on my main account of Breath of the Wild with my main Switch profile, as I'm pretty confident I have the majority of the amiibo costumes. I don't remember if I have all of them or not, but I have enough to get the picture on showing how cool they are. So for starters, let me go ahead and start off with this, since it's first things up. With the Majora's Mask Link amiibo, you can go ahead and get the beautiful Fierce Deity armor set from, of course, Fierce Deity Link. And the coolness does not end there as well, because you can, of course, also pick up the Fierce Deity sword. Look at that, looking badass. Fierce Deity Link. Oh man, I remember back when the Majora's Mask Link amiibo came out. This made me so happy with Majora's Mask being my favorite Zelda game. Just seeing it get some representation in any form, especially with Fierce Deity Link, is just super, super cool. And also the sword does a lot of damage as well. And as well with Fierce Deity Link, with the Ocarina of Time Link amiibo, you can go ahead and pick up the Ocarina of Time armor set. With the Wind Waker Link amiibo, you can pick up the Wind Waker Link armor set. With the Smash Bros. Link amiibo after Epona and the Twilight Princess Link amiibo, you can pick up the Twilight Princess Link armor set. And with the old NES Anniversary Link amiibo, you can pick up the classic Link Fit armor as well. And then also, very funnily, with the Champion amiibos, you can go ahead and pick up helmets, armor, of the heads of each Divine Beast. Look at that, looking very nice. Look at that, we got Rudania, Naboris, and a Shodath Meadow, and Ruta as well. Now let's get down to business with some of the weapons you can go ahead and pick up with the amiibos. Now I have a couple of them on display. So for starters, let's go ahead and hit up this one, since it's the very first one. I believe this one, the Twilight Bow, which is, of course, the Bow of Light from Twilight Princess that Zelda wielded in the final battle against Ganondorf. I believe you can only pick up this bow by using the Smash Bros. Zelda amiibo, and it's very, very cool. Doesn't do as much damage as like the Savage line of bow, but it's still pretty damn good, especially because it's the only way to be able to shoot Bow of Light arrow shots when you're not in the final boss against Dark Beast Ganon. Look at that, very cool arrow of light noise. I believe it's a little bit different from the Breath of the Wild one as well. Look at that, looking beautiful. Perfect reminder of what happened in Twilight Princess back then. Okay, so we've got that cool bow, and then this sword right over here, which is just sword, I believe is the old sword from the old school Zelda games. I don't remember if it's the exact very first Zelda game or something like that, but look at that, looking very cool. Taking a blast of the past trip back to, when did the first Zelda game come out? Was it like the 80s? Late 80s? Early? It has to be something like that. There's a whole bunch of other weapons you can get from the amiibos as well. I'm sorry if I made it seem like that was like some of the only stuff you can get. It's just that I don't have them on hands right now. But off the top of my head, from my memory, I'm pretty sure you can get things such as the Sword of the Sages from Twilight Princess, the sword that Ganondorf used against Link by scanning the Smash Bros. Ganondorf amiibo. You can get the, I think it's called the Seafaring Boomerang from Wind Waker, from the Wind Waker Link amiibo with the Wind Waker Boomerang. And then you can get the old shield from Link's grandma from Wind Waker as well. And I think there might be one or two other things, a couple other things that I'm forgetting. But those are the only things I can remember off the top of my head. Very cool legacy stuff, just like with the DLC quests as well. Now that I've shown off the cool amiibo gear and how to get them, there's one last thing I want to go ahead and do in this video, and that is doing something I thought would be pretty cool. As you can see here, Link's got on the Ocarina of Time Link Fit, and I removed the bow and all the champion's abilities, and we're on Epona for a certain reason, because there is a location that's very familiar, and it's the reason why I put on this very armor set in Breath of the Wild across Hyrule Field. We should be, I think, pulling up to it really quick. Here we go. This is indeed Lon Lon Ranch, the same ranch from Ocarina of Time. Now, of course, it's not it's not looking the same at all. It's not looking odd. The Calamity really did a number to it, but you can kind of see the resemblance with the signboard over here. Walking in, you can remember Link always walking in, throwing off the pots for some rupees. But unfortunately, a Guardian's in town and has come over. I mean, it has been many years since Ocarina of Time, of course. So let's go ahead and fight this guy off. He's taking over Lon Lon Ranch. And I'm sure Malon is not going to be very happy to see if she's watching over. I mean, you're not the same Link from Ocarina of Time. Like, well, let's get this clear, Link. You're a different Link. She's not going to know who you are, but you can at least honor the Ocarina Link by taking care of this Guardian. If we can not get shot out of the skies, that is. Yeah, that's right. Never come back to Lon Lon Ranch ever again. You see that, Malon? He did it for you. Like I was saying, it's not the same Link, but he's wearing the Link he remembers armor to honor you guys in Lon Lon Ranch. Okay. You know what, Link? We might want to get the hell out of here before you end up dying. Let's get out of here, Link. Let's go. Wow, I had my fun at Lon Lon Ranch. How about you, Link? Did you have fun? Well, I mean, you did get shot a couple of times, but outside of that, we saved the ranch. Guardian is gone. day safe once again. So yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap up the video here. So, but before actually, I go ahead and start the outro, I just remembered one final thing I wanted to show off, and that is something I did not get to show off and demonstrate doing in the playthrough, and that is there was another horse that you can actually find in this game that's also special, just like the Zelda's horse that you can see. I'm sure you can already see it in my list of horse with the name Ganon. Yes, here we go. We've got this very big horse that is made to look like Ganondorf's horse from Ocarina of Time and other games. Maybe Twilight Princess as well. I don't entirely remember. Yeah, there you go. Look at it. Right there in the back. It's absolutely massive. Giant ass horse, looking like Ganon. Link looks so small riding upon this thing. And yeah, just to go ahead and show off where to get him, I believe he is in this plateau in the Faron Grasslands where I demonstrated having a Lionel War all the way back a few episodes ago. He's like somewhere off in like the far area by Fala Ra, or maybe in the Grindon Plains. Somewhere around here you will find the Ganondorf horse. Man, I'm just a mess today, I guess. Apparently I just forgot and now remembered another thing. One final thing I want to point out, and that is to clarify some more details of the Amiibo stuff. I forgot to mention this earlier in the video. You can only scan the Amiibo stuff once a day, so unfortunately if you don't get what you want, you're going to have to wait another day. Although there is a little trick that has been going around for a while since the start of this game, and that is, I believe, if you go into like the Switch settings and changing the day manually through there, it will trick the game into thinking you can do another day, so that way you can go through the Amiibo gear faster and get the stuff you want faster. And then another cool thing, it's not in-game stuff you could do, I guess, but, you know, if you don't have the physical Amiibos, now don't tell Nintendo I'm going to be saying this. They're definitely going to be coming for my ass if they hear me saying this, so listen in closely, Link. We're going to have to go whisper this. If you don't have the physical Amiibos, if you do have NFC cards that you can find somewhere with the Amiibos, they work like a charm, just like the Amiibos, and will get you what you're looking for. Because I know some of the physical Amiibos can get kind of expensive, especially with some of the older Zelda ones. I would imagine they'd probably be selling for kind of a high price now, since I don't know how much restocks they've been doing around them recently. So yes, NFC cards work as well. You didn't hear it from me, Nintendo. You didn't hear it from me. Okay, now this time, for real, for sure this time, I've completely finished all of the cool stuff I wanted to go ahead and do in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Again, I thought it'd just be some fun to go around demonstrating the cool Amiibo stuff you can get. There's a lot of cool stuff you can get that I've not demonstrated off there in the playthrough. And of course, wrapping this up here means it's the complete end of the Breath of the Wild playthrough. And speaking of that, if you go on my channel, I do have a whole playlist that I have been updating every video I've made on Breath of the Wild since the start of the playthrough that I have. If you go on my playlist section, if you have jumped into the Breath of the Wild playthrough, maybe like towards the beginning and didn't see some of the later stuff, or jumped in towards the end and didn't see some of the beginning stuff, and you do want to see that, if you do want to have a long binge watch session, I guess, if you want to see, you can go ahead and check my playlist section, and you'll find all of 75 now, I guess. It was 74 before, but now 75 videos of Breath of the Wild at your disposal to watch. I've always liked doing playlists, as I thought it just makes things easier to find videos. That way you don't have to keep scrolling through the channel to find a lot of stuff. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.